Well, in real life, it was a human network that helped slaves escape from the South to the free states in the North. You might hide somebody in your wagon and drive them 200 miles north, hand them to somebody else, hide them in your cellar. And it was a metaphor, which came from a slave master who woke up one day in the 1840s and trains were becoming a very powerful force in American life. And he woke up and his slave was gone, and he said, it's as if she disappeared on an underground railroad. And so that's what they call it, this human network. When we're kids, when we first hear about it, we think it's a literal train. So I thought that until my teacher told me how it actually worked, and other people too. And so one day, a couple years ago, I thought, wouldn't that be a weird idea for a book? To make this metaphor of freedom into something real, a literal train beneath the earth. Well, when I first had the idea, I thought it was really good. You know, make the railroad into something real, and add that element where each state is a different state of American possibility, sort of like Gulliver's Travels. And it seemed like such a good idea that if I tried it when I was 30, I would have screwed it up. I didn't think I was a good enough writer. And I thought if I wrote some more books, I might become a better craftsman. And if I was more mature, I might be able to bring the wisdom of my years to the subject and treat it with the gravity that it required. So each time I finished a book, I would think, am I ready? And the answer was always no. Until about 3 years ago, I thought I'd put off the idea for so long. Maybe the scary idea is the book that you should be writing. At least for me, having kids has given me more empathy, and definitely when I was researching the Underground Railroad, being a parent made me appreciate in a more mature way what slavery truly meant, what it would be like for one of my children to see me or their mother sold off, brutalized, vice versa. So hopefully I brought some of that empathy that I got from being a parent to the book and my characters. Yeah, so it was a crazy day in April of last year. April 17th, or as I call it, O-Day, because everything changed after that. And I was on a plane coming back from giving a talk at Duke. And I landed and got a message from my agent. And usually, if she calls me, I've screwed something up and she's gonna yell at me. And instead I answered the phone and she just said, Oprah. And I said, shut the front door, which is like, I was on the plane, didn't want to curse. And I guess in the sitcoms, you say that so you don't curse or something. And then, you know, it could have been an article or a review. And she continued and said, Oprah's book club. And I said, mother blankety blank, really loudly. And everyone started looking at me. But that was the start of meeting Oprah. You know, sometimes my books come out and people walk by them in the bookstore and they go, oh, that sounds stupid. But with Oprah's endorsement, obviously people who had never heard of me or didn't know my work came to the book and picked it up and were very enthusiastic. So, you know, it was a great way to bring my book out into the world.